Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Wherever you have to find yourself in this weird, wild, wacky world we're in, this is another scene for Unmask Orlando. This evening we join a couple of our Malkavians. Eve has said she needs to get the young one set up, and she has taken care of that. So she would pick him up in a rather impressive looking car, fairly new, all the bells and whistles.
John would be waiting for Eve while wearing a fancy suit because, well, might as well because you're showing him around.
But yeah, she would open up the car door. Come,
He will
I've
enter
got
the car.
everything set up for you.
Oh, thank you. He will enter the car, and I've never been outside of. Well, I've never been anywhere else other than the place I was in before. Thank you for showing me around.
Of course. You are my clanmate after all. And
Very kind of you compared to where I
and
am from.
as an elder, it's my duty.
Out of curiosity, how long have you been in this city?
This city, not too terribly long. A few months. But I've been all over the world. So,
Places you might have seen, must have seen even.
indeed. Yeah, as they're driving, it takes them about half an hour to pull up to the apartment complex.
Hmm. I guess while they're walking, John is going to ask you something. You know that Mikey person you told us not to mess with?
Yes,
I believe I have met him. It was very weird.
stay away from him. He's dangerous.
He doesn't seem that bad when we met him. He even helped us.
He's very good at putting on an act. Don't let him fool you.
What has this Mikey done to make you this way towards him?
It's not something that he's done towards me, simply a product of what he is.
Yes. In where I am from, I think they might have just ashed him.
Yes, back when I was embraced, they would have done the same. And of course, when I was embraced, things were different.
John's just gonna smile at you when you said that. So, this place that you have brought me, what can you tell me about it?
You have anything you could feasibly require. I've also secured you domain.
How very kind of you. Thank you.
Don't worry about it.
Ever since I've gotten to the city, I have been slowly making new friends, and we are very ecstatic about it. Can you tell me if these people that I have been hanging out with are dangerous?
I don't know most of them well enough.
The one that seems to make us worry much is someone called Alexandra Diamond. I believe she has asked me to get you in contact with her.
Ah, yes, I've already spoken to her.
For some reason, my friend here doesn't like her. Keeps telling me about weird things, but I do not remember them.
Hmm, I'll see what I can find.
And another one is someone called Thorn. He seems pretty uh different.
The old clan, yes.
I believe he is doing something very interesting soon.
Hmm, I'll have to look into him as well. See what I can find out.
And the nicest one that I have met is I think his name is Thomas. I He's going to pretend that he doesn't remember. He said he was an assassin.
Ah,
He would,
an Assamite.
yes, he said he would give me fine wages if I wanted to hire him.
Hopefully you shouldn't need one.
And the weirdest one, I suppose, is a very young Toreador. I think her name is Ely.
Ah, little Ely. Yes, she's
Is
quite
she
sweet.
is she also as dangerous as Mikey?
No, I'm sure she
Mm,
certainly could be if she wanted to, but they're two entirely different people.
Uh, there is another one I have met that seems different than all of them. Someone called Arjun.
Ah, yes, I believe he's Ravnos.
Last time I saw him, he was getting drunk in a bar. I, I think he was quite sad about something.
Likely the goings on at the Tremere Chantry lately.
And what has been happening in the Tremere Chantry?
There has been an unfortunate takeover by a member of the Red List.
A member of the Red List. And why would anyone from there be doing in here?
He's here for his wife, of course.
And who would that be, if you don't mind me asking?
The primogen of the clan, Lady Katya.
Huh. Were they not in a party some time ago getting drunk on something from what Alexandra told us?
Yes, yes, they were.
How curious. Now I think I'm starting to get what the trumpet is saying. How very curious. Anyway, take what else can you tell me about the city?
I will make you a map of the domains that have been laid out. That way your hunting is safe, and you don't have to worry about crossing into anyone else's domain. My
Are
domain falls outside the city.
are there any hotels nearby?
No, but with the lake right there, you should be fine.
Hmm. Well, this has definitely been an interesting day so far, or evening, I suppose, or night. You you only ever hear about the people on the red list. You never expect them to be in your city.
Indeed. There is a There are several hotels a ways down the road. They don't fall into anyone's domain, so they are free territory.
Ah, well, I might take you on that offer and go there. It is more enjoyable to sneak in and learn about the people before you feed on them.
Do be careful of that.
Oh, I have been taught not to overly do things.
Good. There is one that falls into your domain, the Courtyard by Marriott. It's technically in Altamont, not Orlando, but it does fall within your domain.
Hmm. Is there anything interesting in my domain?
There's a church, a few parks, the hotel, of course. You do have a police department, so be careful. Several churches, actually.
If you don't mind my asking, but I have heard there are Sabbat somewhere in Orlando.
No, don't worry. They are not in this area. I made sure of that.
Hmm. If I wanted to make sure I never meet them, where would they usually hang out?
They're much further south,
Well, that is good.
past the airport.
Another curious thing for us. What is our primogen like in Orlando?
Hmm. Our primogen is my child.
Your child.
Yes.
Ah, that is very interesting. Might I ask what his or her name is?
His name is Abraham, though I do believe he prefers to be called Abe.
Abraham. And where might we get in contact with him if we ever need to?
I'll give you his number.
Thank you. How very kind. You are definitely kinder than my sire.
Well, I'm certain there are many that could say the same.
Hmm. I have learned so many things from my sire, but also he made us forget a lot of things.
Hmm. We'll see what I can do about that.
What do you mean by that?
Arts of the mind are something of a specialty for me.
Oh, I don't think he would like that if you unlock the things he made us forget.
And that doesn't matter. I'm fairly certain whatever he is like, he is not nearly a millennia old.
I would answer that, but I really don't know. He made sure we never remembered anything other than he is our sire and that his name is Pantelis.
Well then, I have nothing to fear from him.
We don't even know if that is truly what he calls himself.
Oh, don't worry about that. My name isn't Eve, it's Evelyn. We all go through several names before. Well, before we meet our final death. I've gone by many a name. This is just the most recent.
Is this very common for us then?
Yes. Having several aliases that you can jump through should something happen. You're
There is
right, it's just my most recent incarnation.
there is something I remember being whispered in my ear about how the government wants to find us as well.
Hmm. I can't say I've heard that, but as they're talking, she would have been leading him up into the building and to his apartment.
Mm-hmm.
She'd unlock the door for him and then hand him the keys. It's all yours, paid as long as you want to stay.
Are there no strings attached to this?
No strings attached.
He's gonna try and sense motive you, even though he knows he'll fail.
I mean, go ahead, she's not lying.
uh, should I even bother to roll? Nah,
No need to roll. She's telling the truth.
you are indeed very kind.
I don't botch and think she's lying. I mean, you can roll. Just
I'm
hope
not.
you don't botch, because, then you'll think
Yeah,
she's lying.
I'm not gonna bother. You are indeed very kind.
I do my best.
Might I play a song for you
Of course.
to a show of thanks? I don't know how else we can repay you.
I would like
He's
that.
uh he's going to delicately open his trumpet case and is going to treat his trumpet like it's like the fucking crown of the queen or something and just make sure he doesn't do it, put any smudges or dents on it or anything, any scratches. And he's going to perform for you. Let's see. Give me a second. I sure hope I don't botch this. Let's see. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven. Shit! That sounded really awful.
No, it didn't sound awful. You got a success, so
Yeah,
it sounded okay. It
yeah,
just wasn't your best day.
yeah.
He would smile and lean over and kiss him on the cheek. Thank you. It was lovely.
We have been practicing, uh, I believe, as Alexandra invited you to the opening of uh, her store.
No, no, it's not.
How curious. I don't think she would mind if I were to invite you. Would you,
I would like that.
he's going to smile. Well then, I will let her know that I'm bringing a plus one.
I'll have to make a special gown for the occasion.
Really fancy. Maybe I should also try and get a better suit.
I'll make something for you.
You are definitely the kindest person, well, Malkavian I have met.
Good, good. I'm glad. But no, she's a tailor, so
Hmm.
and has been, since the
Yeah, you're like super fucking good at what the fuck you doing.
yeah, when did I set her embrace at? It was like 11 something.
Damn, 1100s.
Yeah,
She is
she's
old.
fucking old.
Damn.
She's 907 at this point.
Damn.
Yep, she's old.
Yeah. Uh,
She doesn't have long before she hits Methuselah status.
I hope that you can teach us more about this live in the near future.
Ah, yes, 1113 is when she was embraced.
Damn.
Yeah, she's old.
Yeah. I we can't help but to trust you somehow. It's
There,
very
there is
uh,
much that I can teach you.
I don't know if we should trust this feeling of trust in you, for we have been taught not to trust you easily because everyone always wants something.
Hmm, I can understand that. Many in our society view doing something out of generosity as weakness, and so everyone wants something in return.
We
It
have
does
been
cast doubt on those of us that would prefer to just be generous for generosity's sake.
every time I try to help people always want to give me their boons, but I told them I just want to be their friends. Friendship is much better than those needless boons.
The boon system is mm, not something I've enjoyed, but it can be helpful. But no, I ask nothing in return. Simply consider me a mentor, a teacher.
He's just gonna squint like he's trying to figure you out. Well then, would you mind giving us a tour in your city?
Yes, of course. As my kid slams the door. But yeah, at that point, she'd, you know, take him out on a tour of the city, so show him where, each
Oh,
of the common kindred locales are.
well, in the ride, he's gonna ask a question. Tell me, what do you know about the gangrel Jason?
Hmm, I don't know much about him. I can find out, though.
How are you finding these things out?
Once you get. You have the gift of aspects, yes?
Yes, we've learned to see the colors.
Hmm. Once you get to the level that I possess, well, there's almost no secret that can be hidden from you.
You see John smile like the brightest smile you have seen him ever. Will you teach us someday?
Of course.
Thank you.
Hmm.
Secrets are very wonderful.
Yes, they are. But yeah, she'd show him around the city, and if he has no other questions, I think we can call
Yeah.
our scene there.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, players, for playing. Thank you, watchers, for watching. This has been another scene for Unmask Orlando. See you next time.